The Assumable Mortgage is the greatest money-saving opportunity homeowners have ever had, but few know how they even work. I'm on a mission to change that at Assumable, the nation's first platform that lets anyone find and buy homes with Assumable Mortgages. So how can you take advantage of this opportunity if you're a buyer? As a seller, what does it mean for you when you sell your home? And if you're an agent, what do you need to know about the Assumable Mortgage process? I'm going to explain it all, so here we go. What is an assumable mortgage? Assumable loans are government-backed mortgages, typically FHA, VA, and USDA. Since 1986, all government-backed mortgages are fully assumable. This means you can assume the existing mortgage on a home and maintain all of its existing terms, including its interest rate. This translates to huge savings compared to today's rates. Assumable mortgages were really common the last time we had rampant inflation in the late 1980s. Now that we're in an era with inflation, rising interest rates, and uncertainty, the assumable mortgage is the best opportunity for millions of Americans who have been priced out due to these situations to achieve their dreams of homeownership. I founded Assumable because I'm one of those Americans as well. Not only have I been priced out of buying a new home due to rising interest rates, but my home has an existing FHA assumable mortgage at 2.75%. That's not something I really want to give up, like millions of other Americans. And if I do decide to sell, as a seller, it makes my home extremely valuable and marketable to those that want to do an assumption and maintain my existing super low interest rate. So how does an assumable mortgage actually work? You know that you can assume an existing FHA, VA, or USDA mortgage on a home, but how do you actually complete the assumption? That's a question we get a lot at Assumable. First, you have to have a signed purchase agreement between the buyer and the seller. Once you have this, you can engage our Assumable experts who will handle the entire process and ensure as smooth a closing as possible. If you're an agent or you're doing a private party transaction, the Assumable process will be up to you if you want to go at it alone. You'll be handling all of the paperwork, liaising with the existing mortgage lender, and staying on top of them to get your assumption accomplished. There are a few really important things you need to keep in mind as you go through this alone. The next step, if you want to work with an assumable mortgage expert, is on us. We have buyer and seller sign letters of engagement that allow us to start gathering the necessary information and begin processing your assumption with the lender on behalf of you. The final step is for us to get assumption approval with the existing lender. Then we help coordinate all the moving parts directly with the entity performing your closing. With that, your assumption is complete. Congratulations. Keep in mind the time it takes to complete an assumption varies lender by lender, and the time it takes can be protracted if you're working without an expert who has all of your ducks in a row. Right now, we're seeing many assumptions close in as little as 30 to 45 days. It really varies by lender. Some lenders' timelines are very long though, over 100 days, and you really have to be aware of this situation if you're doing this alone. Depending on a variety of factors, it really varies. So if you're doing this alone, be sure you do your research and talk to the lender and understand what you're about to go through. We do believe this is going to change though in the future as more and more lenders become accustomed to processing the volume of assumptions that the market is seeing and fulfilling their requirements as lenders. So why does an assumable mortgage make sense? For me and millions of other Americans, the answer is all about saving money. Currently, a $400,000 mortgage at today's rates, your principal and interest payment alone would be over $2,800 a month. If you compare that to assuming an existing 3% interest rate on a home, your payment will only be about $1,650 a month. That difference in payment is the difference between me saving for retirement, for my children, or accounting for the rising costs in today's economy. The savings are even more shocking when you look at the amount of interest you save over the life of your loan. For that $400,000 mortgage at today's rates, you'll pay over $600,000 in interest. That makes that home $1 million. Compare that to if you go through an assumption at 3%, you're only going to be on the hook for about $200,000 in interest. A huge difference. This has huge implications for most Americans, and that's why an assumable mortgage makes sense for most buyers. For sellers, we can't forget them. It's all about marketability and bringing buyers to the table and fetching as high a price as possible. If you have an assumable mortgage on your property, you have an unbeatable opportunity to market your home, bring more buyers to the table, and fetch top dollar for your home. So now that you know what an assumable mortgage is, how it works, and why you should consider it, how on earth do you even find homes with assumable mortgages? This is why I created Assumable. When I began my assumable mortgage journey, there was no way for anyone in the United States to easily find homes for sale with assumable mortgages. With Assumable, anyone in the United States can freely search for assumable mortgages near them. You can search for homes that have assumable mortgages just like you're used to doing on your own. Our platform shows you the estimated interest rate, the estimated principal and interest payments, and the estimated down payment required and interest savings over the life of the loan. After you've verified the information that we provide you, we can help you or your agent with the assumption. If you don't have an agent, we can connect you with one of our Assumable agent partners throughout the United States who will help guide you through your home assumption. This leads us to the most common question that we get. Do you need help with an Assumable mortgage? The simple answer is probably. You should seek out help from someone who understands the challenges and intricacies of completing a successful mortgage assumption. This is one of the reasons we are building Assumable, to help agents, buyers, and sellers through the complex, opaque, and uncertain Assumable mortgage process. Without expert help, you may run the risk of your assumption falling through. If you make a mistake, miss important paperwork, or don't follow the requirements and steps, your assumption may fall through. We talk to many people who come to us after their original assumption failed, only to find out we could have saved them hours of heartache and stress had they just engaged our team of experts from the get-go. So the answer to the question of, do you need help with an Assumable mortgage, ultimately is up to you. Buyers, sellers, and agents, we have tons of free resources available to you on our website to help you through the Assumable mortgage process. Please give them a look, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to our team of experts. The focus of Assumable Mortgages is focused on the buyers 9 times out of 10. But sellers and sellers agents have a lot to be excited about if they have a home with an Assumable mortgage. If you have a VA, FHA, or USDA Assumable loan on your home, you have the most incredible marketing opportunity at hand, but 99.9% of people are not taking advantage of this. If you properly market your home with an Assumable mortgage to the thousands of buyers who are actively searching, you stand to bring more buyers to the table and fetch a higher sales price for your home. The process of an assumption is also typically less involved than the traditional route. At Assumable, we provide an avenue for sellers and sellers agents to market and sell their home directly to those actively looking for homes like theirs with Assumable mortgages. This gives you the best opportunity possible to sell your home for what you want. We get the most inquiries and questions around VA Assumable mortgages. I'm going to give you the most important information you need to know about Assumable mortgages in 3 easy points. 1. VA Assumable loans are assumable by anyone. Prior military service is not a requirement. The caveat here is the VA benefit stays with the home. So sellers, you have to be aware of that if you're going to do a mortgage assumption sale. It's not a common issue for most, and we're seeing a community of veterans helping veterans emerge because of this amazing benefit. 2, there's typically a 0.5% assumption fee depending on the lender associated with assuming a VA loan. 3, there are really high concentrations of VA Assumable loans in areas with a strong military presence. If you live in an area like this, you may have a greater opportunity to take advantage of an Assumable mortgage in your area. This is an exciting prospect for both buyers and sellers. VA Assumable mortgages are a huge opportunity for buyers to save thousands and for sellers to fetch the absolute highest price possible for their home. Now, I want to talk about the future of the Assumable mortgage industry. Since we started building Assumable, we've seen rapid changes and growth in the Assumable mortgage industry. We believe the Assumable mortgage is the single greatest financial well-being opportunity for millions of Americans who have been priced out of homeownership due to rising rates and broader macroeconomic factors out of their control. Assumable is on a mission to make the American dream possible for millions of Americans. Beyond rising rates though, we're seeing savvy investors and family with the means to go through an assumption utilize the Assumable mortgage as a wealth building tool. It's allowing them to save hundreds of thousands in interest and mobilize their liquidity in other ways than paying into a mortgage. 2024 is going to be the year of the Assumable mortgage. Many are going to learn about the Assumable mortgage for the very first time and begin considering it. Countless others will work with experts like us at Assumable to help them on their journey of assuming their next home, saving thousands a month on their mortgage payment and hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest over the life of their loan. We're helping take the industry forward with our unified approach to bringing agents, buyers, sellers, and lenders together. We expect lenders to play an even bigger role in Assumable mortgages in the near future. We see a huge opportunity for lenders to provide the secondary financing many families need to complete their assumption. As it stands currently, many lenders will not allow you to bring secondary financing to close to complete your assumption, but that's slowly changing. Some lenders are actually starting to allow this kind of financing. And if we see that become the standard operating procedure, then Assumable mortgages will become even more common and viable for most Americans looking to save money and empower their financial future. If you're a buyer, seller, or agent, check out Assumable. We're here to help you find homes with Assumable mortgages and help you through the challenging Assumable mortgage process. I'm Ryan. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope it was helpful for you on your Assumable mortgage journey. Stay tuned for more from us from Assumable. We have a lot more exciting things coming and can't wait to help you find your dream home with an Assumable Mortgage.